Okay, I'm just going to test out Google Hangouts on Air for seeing if they can stream games the same way Twitch TV might work. So let's go ahead and start a screen share. And what can I do? I'm going to do screen one. I'm just trying to stream my whole screen. One second. Okay, now we got Infinite Russells all the way down. And let's go up Steam. I think that's where most of the games are going to be living. And we'll go to my library. Let's pick something simple to start with. A little pretty fast. FTL. That'll run windowed, and then I'll try a full screen game in just a minute. And for a few seconds. So then load. Okay, so we actually had one just straight up crash. That Chrome crashed while I tried to launch a game, so that's pretty concerning. Let's try to screen share screen 1 again. And my memory's right at 87%. And I'll go ahead and try to start Breath of Death, which is a little bit simpler of a game. Since I haven't played on this computer yet, so it'll take a minute to install. Yeah, you hear my son yelling in the background. He's wondering, what's going on, Dad? What's going on? Is that playing computer games? Alright. So while that one's loading, so something I'm definitely learning is that we got to do a dry run to make sure all the games are properly installed first. You know that? Right? Yeah. Wow. Thank you, though. Well, while that's going on, let's watch a little bit of Life is Strange. So 2.
Mountain Dew tastes like the 2 is the taste good.
The only thing that's changed on the menu are the prices.
Well, hopefully the Bigfoot bacon's actually big, because otherwise it's overpriced and eat. I don't want to read all that. More coffee?
Incoming.
Oh, you coming, Joycey? You made my bells
This
waffle
is
already.
like 4th dimensional deja vu.
You said this already.
I keep going back in time. You'll love this. I'm Drew.
Okay, looks like everything's finished installing. Let's see if it starts. A lot of stuff open. I'll probably save some processing power if I close a lot of this stuff. But Breath of Death is pretty cool. It's a little independent RPG, but pretty well designed. App already running. Ah. In 20XX, the world was engulfed in war. A desperate nation detonated a powerful weapon. Life as we know it ended. War. It never changes. That seems like it's stolen. The undead began civilization anew. All was well. Until evil invaded the lands. What heroes will restore peace to the kingdom? What power can repel the forces of evil? The answer lies buried beneath the secrets of the past. Breath of Death 7, the beginning. Yeah. You see, he's got a lot of humor in his team. Dim Bones, get it? Sure. This guy, oh, it's a troll. First battle. A troll. Mean troll approaches. The monsters get more powerful. Oh yeah, that's not victory music, baby. Ding. What's the menu I want? And let's quit. And let's quit again. Yeah. Let's see if it's recording any of that. Still broadcasting, still recording. Let's try one more thing. Let's try something that takes a little bit more time and power to load. And I'll close down some of my other programs. Let's load up Gone Home. It's a pretty good example of like a Unity-based game. And super cool. I hope we get to play this on air and talk about it because it is a game where everything is communicated through objects. Yeah, through objects. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Tap, tap. Patty cake, patty cake. We can play that on the stream. That'd be fun. I'll just resume for right now. So this one might take a minute to load because it actually loads the whole game at once as one large level. So there's no loading once you're inside the game. And particularly interesting about Gone Home that I like, and I've seen a few other games do and I would like to see more do, is it has developers' commentary inside of it. And we might take a quick look at that. It'll give you some insight as to how the game is designed and what the developers were thinking as they went through it. And with Gone Home or Half-Life or Alan Wake, some of these games that include commentary, it's really kind of eye-opening to get a glimpse at the technology used, but also the process that the script writers and music writers and composers and everybody have gone through in creating this piece of media. And it's often, rarely one person anymore. Often it's tons of people working together. But if done right, one person's vision can kind of come through. red sauce, applesauce. So with some of the games that we're looking at, especially some of the older games like the first Tomb Raider, or say the first 3D Indiana Jones game, or things like Adventures in Fugawi Land, we're going to have to be using probably VirtualBox and like Windows 98 or Windows XP as our installed operating system, because some of these games do not run on Windows 7 or Windows 8. We're going to have to fake a little bit. One of the things I'm going to have to work on is kind of do that thinking out loud thing that Sean Graham talked about as a way of data collection, because right now I'm a little distracted by a 2-year-old, or rather 17-year-old kid being at home. I think I need some quieter space, but hopefully if we have a couple people on the stream, that'll make up for it a little bit as we learn to kind of talk thoughts about the game and give insight. Maybe have one person drive and another person talk about what they're seeing. It's just a couple more minutes to load. Yeah, I remember you read the vacuum cleaner? You don't like it when I turn it on, but you seem to like it right there right now. I do like how this loading screen is just a cassette player. For those that don't know, Gone Home is set, I believe, in the mid-1990s. So there aren't any cell phones in the game, which kind of lends a different vibe to it. And there's a lot of nostalgia that goes on looking through the house, listening to music, seeing videotapes that have been recorded over with TV movies. Reminds me a lot of like growing up. Cool. So here we are. How's it running? It's a little choppy, but not too bad. So speaking of 90s nostalgia, look at this game, or this zine. What the characters made. From the Girl Riot Underground, Boone County, Oregon. Like this has a putback control. An example of the developer's commentary.
One of the things that we started doing right away was doing these Riot Girl fanzines, and everyone would contribute and write, you know, an article for it, and then we'd compile it and make these Riot Girl fanzines, and we would mail them out to people. I mean, you know, all of this is so funny to talk about it for the internet, but you know, we used the mail, and people would write. You know, we had a PO box, and we started getting letters because people would read in someone else's fanzine. There's this Riot Girl thing that started happening, right? And it just, I mean, it was the most incredible thing. It just snowballed. It just, girls wanted to be a part of it immediately across the country, right? So from the time we started Happens to Betsy in 1991, I think it was only a year later.
Oh, nice. So that's
right,
actually
so
from a
1
band
year
member.
of Riot Girl meetings and these letters happening, these fanzines happening. Well, a year later, we left on the Riot Girl tour, the Happens to Betsy Riot Girl tour, from Olympia to DC. Well, for some reason, it took us like almost 5 weeks to get there on this tour. And we ended up staying in DC another something like 5 weeks before the Riot Girl convention happened. So all of this, you know, all of these fanzines, all these girls across the country started getting interested in Riot Girl, and the press just went bananas. I mean, the press attention was off the hook. New York Times, USA Today, all these journalists wanted information and wanted I don't get learning sometimes.
And I'm going to stop there so as not to give too many spoilers, but this is a game worth looking at. They're taking really cool narrative, really cool way of telling a story, ultra creepy. So I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast here, see how the video turned out. If anybody actually happens to be viewing, which nobody appears to now, which is kind of a good thing, we'll see how it goes. All right, cheers, everybody.